CBS Sports Online has an AI Super Bowl predictor app. So does everybody else now. We have a Super Bowl predictor app. That's right. Yes, in our app, the AI predicts a dull game with a Latin up-tempo beat in the middle. Super Bowl week is here, everybody. Yes, and there's only one thing on everybody's mind. Who else besides people who live in Seattle and New England is going to actually watch this game? Bad Bunny will be headlining this year's Super Bowl halftime show. Yes, big news. Yeah, I've got a cat named Bunny, actually. But he's a good boy. He's not a bad bunny. It's his brother Guy you gotta watch out for. He's a son of a bitch. My cousin Marcos asks me how I could be so heartless as to have both of my cats' testicles removed recently. I tell him, listen, when you have two lightning fast male creatures in your home and they both have razor sharp teeth and fishhook fingers, you get rid of their balls. If every time you turn the corner in your own place, you could be face to face with a tiny little fuzzy velociraptor, you get rid of its balls. Both of my daughters have been on me lately about getting the cats getting them neutered, what they call them. Getting them neutered. Almost makes it sound nutritious, right? Yeah. The cats actually tell the doctor, here, take 2 of these and call me in the morning. Alright, enough with the cat jokes already, right? Welcome to the Play Action Sports Show, ladies and gentlemen, the home of the right bet. That's correct. We called it correctly last week during the conference championships. We picked the Seahawks to beat my team, the Rams, and they did. And now you see why I don't like to pick my favorite team during any football contest when it comes to wagering. And of course, we picked the Patriots to beat the Broncos. That wasn't really that much of a stretch. I mean, the Broncos went in without their all-star quarterback. And, and it turned into a blizzard in the second half. It was crazy to watch, Anyway, we had a pretty good week. We're going to go over that. See, this is the perfect time to go over and really look at the games and what the bets mean, because last week was only 2 games. 2 games, very easy to follow. Not like usual when we do the Pick 6. Okay, so what am I going to do now after having the success I had this season? I'm going to let the computer tell you what is going to happen next. That's right. We created our own in-house Super Bowl predictor app, and I think you guys are going to like it. I hope my prediction is correct. I'm going to go ahead and go with what the app says. If you watched our short from earlier, you already know what the prediction is going to be. But if not, stay tuned and we'll talk about it here at the end of the show. That and more. So let's go ahead and get into our Pick 6, which is only Pick 1 this week. The big one. Super Bowl. That's right, Super Bowl, I think it's what, LX in Santa Clara, or is it LIX? This is the kind of crack research we have on this show. All week long, what are people talking about? People are saying this is going to be a boring game. This is a dull game. A little bit insulting if you're a Seattle Seahawks fan or even a Seahawks player. Likewise, if you play for the Patriots. I mean, at least the Patriots have all those Super Bowls that they can always fall back on. The Seahawks, though, I mean, they've never won it. Oh, yeah, they won a Super Bowl. That's correct. But they need a few more to be considered up with the ranks of like the Patriots, the Steelers, the Cowboys. Maybe they could do it this year. We're going to let you know right here during our Pick 6, which is Pick 1. Okay, before we get into the Seahawks Patriots, let's really break down at a cellular level. Cellular level, how it went for us on the NFC AFC championship games, because I tell you now, you could have won money had you gone with my picks. And here's how. I picked the Patriots to beat the Broncos 24-14. That still would have been the under because they were giving us 42.5. So if you would have bet the the OU that we picked, which would have been the under, you would have been successful. If you would have picked the Patriots to win, which we did, you would have been successful. The only thing we missed on this game was whether the Patriots would cover or not. And it looks like we said that they would cover, and they did not cover. Now, on this game, the Rams at Seahawks, we had a 34-28 prediction. We predicted the Seahawks would beat the Rams 34-28. The over-under, we predicted it to be the over, and it was by a long shot. It really was the over. These teams put up over 60 points between the two of them. We picked the Seahawks to cover, and so we picked all three on that game. The Seahawks covered, they won, and it was the over that we picked. You see, the only thing we got wrong last week at all was whether the Patriots were going to cover or not. You make money when you bet what we go with on this show. Next season, we're going to update our set a little bit here. This office is going to get a little bit of a, what do you call it, a redecoration, or maybe I'll just move things around, kind of disorient everybody a little bit. All right, but thank you guys again tremendously for tuning in this season. Let's get into the pick. So this week, Super Bowl coming to you from Santa Clara, California. The Seahawks at Patriots. Boy, wouldn't it have been crazy had the 49ers made it to the Super Bowl and been playing in their home stadium? They got blown out by the Seahawks. I mean, that was just terrible. I think they're going to put things together in the next couple of years there. It might take a coaching change, though. You never know. Lots of coaching changes this season. I mean, all over the league. I think John Harbaugh finally decided to go ahead and sign with, I think it was the Giants, right? All right. So we did use AI to do our prediction this week, going against all my instincts, because I did, again, I have quite the success rate this season, including the playoffs. But I'm going to go ahead and say that I'm going to pick what my AI, what our Super Bowl app predictor said is going to happen. Now, in our scenario, before I get to the final score that I'm predicting here, in our scenario generated by our Super Bowl predictor app, the Seahawks win the game. They are favored, no surprise. They're 4.5-point favorites. It's a 45.5 OU. Not only do the Seahawks win, but here's the kicker, they don't cover. They win by a field goal. Neither team puts on a show on offense. It's a low scoring game, and it's way under, it's like 18.5 points under the OU they're giving us. So, the AI Super Bowl app predictor that we created here on the Play Action Sports Show says Seahawks will beat the Patriots 15-12 in the Super Bowl. I got to go with Sam Darnold. Got to go with the Seahawks. They're really putting it together this season. The Northwest is going to be very happy. At least they have the Seahawks, even though the Mariners nor the I'm sorry, who was it? Oh, the Oregon Ducks got to the championship level this season. All right, Seahawks beat the Patriots 15-12. This season has been quite the experience for me, learning about this betting and sports predictions, sports odds predictions. It's been fun. I just love football in general, and learning about this betting stuff. It's a challenge, which makes it something I like to keep on doing. Anyway, gamble responsibly as always, and tune in. We're going to be doing some different kinds of videos during the off season, before next season, gearing up before the draft, right? There's a lot of people who are already, I'm not even kidding with you, they're talking about next year's draft already. Special shout out to my cousin Marcos. He sent me a DVD that I'd been looking for quite a while. Yes, I do still collect DVDs. One day when the internet goes down, you'll find out who's right about that. Anyway, it's my favorite football movie of all time that he sent me, and I couldn't find it anywhere. And if you're a fan of football movies, you might already have guessed which one it is. And if I tell you it's a comedy, you really might have already guessed what it is. And if you guessed The Longest Yard with Adam Sandler, I'm going to unfriend you from all social media platforms. I'm going to deplatform you. But if you guessed The Replacements, I will forgive you. With Keanu Reeves. No, it's the movie Necessary Roughness, starring Scott Bakula. Sinbad's in the movie. Kathy Ireland plays a kicker. I think, you don't often see kickers this good looking. And you don't really see any kickers nowadays that look good either. They usually are staring right at the upright. That's where the football goes every time, it seems. Yeah, so thanks again, Marcos, for that movie. I watched it, and it's amazing watching an old movie that holds up, especially with the modern technology. That movie holds up. It's got great music. Just a great movie. All right, that's enough of that. What else is going on? The Super Bowl this week. It's been really fun doing this all season with you. Some of my other favorite football movies you already know we've talked about on the show, like Rudy, Knute Rockne, All American. I didn't really like that movie with George Clooney. I forget the name of it. It was like Pigskin, or what was it? Gridiron Gang, or I don't remember what it was called. Not too good. All right, but next season we're going to try to see how well our app does this Super Bowl upcoming. See if it predicts a good prediction. And if it is, we're going to definitely implement it next season's picks. Both baseball and football. We'll create one for the baseball as well. And it's been fun. Been learning a lot. I got a pretty high percentage when it comes to betting. I got a 58% during the season, and I think I extended that even further with the playoffs, maybe even getting into 60% territory on successful predictions. It's been a good year, and I'm not tired. Do you get it? It's been a good year, and I'm not tired. All right, that dad joke is for my kids. You guys take care of yourselves. Enjoy the Super Bowl. What about the ads? What are we going to see this year as far as ads? I'll tell you one thing I'm disappointed about. Well, you've already heard me say this already. No Taylor Swift. Instead, we get Bad Bunny. I got a couple of bad cats I got to go tend to. But they're a lot less bad now that they don't have their